Once a cop, let it knock, yeah. I for one thing we should celebrate redemption instead of condemning it. Corey Pegues, up, talking truth, bruh. Check it out. Once a cop.
Pull up a seat. You're now in Corey's Corner, where right conversations matter. I'm your host, Corey Pegues, and I always keep it right, not real. Today's guest is a man who has transformed walls into stories, neighborhoods into canvases, and art into a powerful tool for healing and unity. Kenny Altidor is a Haitian-American mural artist, community advocate, former Brooklyn Borough ambassador, and former New York City Council candidate. Born in Haiti and arriving in New York at the age of 16, Kenny has spent more than 25 years building his life, business, and legacy right here in Brooklyn. For over 2 decades, his artwork has become part of New York City landscape, honoring fallen heroes, celebrating cultural icons, and bringing communities together. Since 2006, he has gifted portraits and murals to the families of fallen members of the NYPD, FDNY, and Department of Corrections, creating lasting tributes to those who made the ultimate sacrifice. As the first Haitian-American ambassador at Brooklyn Borough Hall, Kenny has also dedicated himself to public service, youth engagement, and strengthening relationships between law enforcement and the communities in which they serve. Today we're talking about immigration, entrepreneurship, public service, arts, politics, community healing, and what it means to leave a legacy that lasts far beyond a signature on a canvas. Please help me welcome my brother, Kenny Altidor, to Corey's Corner. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for
been waiting for you, man. You busy.
It's been a while.
All these cancellations, man.
I've been doing a lot of murals. That's the reason. That's the reason why.
Nah, it's all good, man.
Yeah.
Before we start, this episode is brought to you by Vodka. Vodka is the world's first premium blend of vodka and tequila into one smooth, unforgettable spirit. Whether you're celebrating success or unwinding after a long week, choose the spirit that's refined in the game. Visit vodka.net for more. Shout out to Corrupt Mob MC, a brotherhood built on loyalty, respect, and community. More than a motorcycle club. Respect the mob. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Sapase.
Na boule.
Yes. That's my limited Haitian, okay? Now, listen, take us back. Speaking of Haiti, take us back to Haiti. What was your childhood like, and what do you remember most about the day that you left for America?
I was back home, learning how to draw since I was 10. Back home, one thing I missed, I had almost 60 students, adults and kids that I was training at the age of 15. Mm-hmm. So I had 60 students back home. Mm-hmm. So when I was getting ready to come up here to the United States, that was one of the things I missed the most.
Right.
But I did some good job back there by training kids and adults.
Right.
Share my talent with others. So
yes.
I kind of missed that. 60 students back home.
Yeah.
It was something, amazing. At age of 15, you have 60 students. That was a big thing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So you came at the age of 15, 16 years old. What were some of the biggest challenges you faced as a young immigrant trying to find your way in Brooklyn?
Well, the language barriers was a big thing.
Definitely.
Where you have to catch up to make sure you learn how to speak English. Mm-hmm. Back home, I took some English class, but now when you're up here, it's like people talking to you. You gotta understand all the slang and everything. We don't keep it right, we keep it real.
I love it.
There's all the slang, so you have to get used to that.
Right.
And then on top of that, and you're getting bullied by others.
Right.
They don't understand that you came up here to have a better life, but they judge you by, due to the fact you don't speak their language.
Right.
And then they kind of, make fun out of you.
Yeah. I remember, so I grew up in Queens, Jamaica, Queens, and coming through school, it was a lot of Jamaicans. Yes. And they had, the patois.
It was a fight.
They had that heavy accent, and we used to like, yo, man, I really can't understand what they're saying. You was transported right to East Flatbush, Brooklyn when you came. I went Little Haiti?
I went to Prospect High School.
Prospect High
Next
High
to
School. Brooklyn, I know we have the second biggest Haitian community. Yeah. Florida has the biggest, and Miami. And then it's Brooklyn. Didn't this senator name Brooklyn Flatbush Little Haiti.
Haiti, I mean, it's a BS, to be honest with you, man.
Right.
I like to keep it. I keep following you, man. I like to keep it right. You know what I'm saying? But
I was wondering, why would she name that Little Haiti when we already have Little Haiti in Miami?
Well, this is the thing, man. To name something, they're not gonna like what I'm gonna say. If you're gonna call it Little Haiti,
Right.
most of the Haitian has to earn properties on that neighborhood.
Right.
And then in terms of business, you got to earn business.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, we don't own nothing. Just put a name up there. That's the reason why, I was running to make sure we keep it real.
Right.
To keep it right. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? So
Yeah.
it's just a name. It's just put out there just for political reason. But I didn't like the fact that it's just a name. But at the same token, financially speaking, it's no sense.
The structure was
It
the foundation.
didn't make no sense.
So after 25 years, what does the American dream mean to you today? And have you achieved the version you imagined as a teenager?
Yes, I did. I accomplished. I went to graduate, high school, graduate college as a business administration, and earn a business. Now I have my own business. So married, earn properties. I think I was to the level of it, but we still.
That's definitely an American dream.
Dream. That's it.
House, 2 kids, white picket fence. That's it. You got it.
That's a fact.
you know. When did you first realize that art wasn't just a hobby, but something that you could do for your life's work?
It's when I got fired at Bloomberg. I was just telling my friend about it. I work at Bloomberg as customer support and then switches to global tech support. Spent 9 years working over there.
Bloomberg Enterprise.
Bloomberg LP. Yeah.
Bloomberg.
LP, so
He just got knocked over last night at the Knicks
yeah, they almost
playoff game.
You saw that, right?
Yeah. So.
When May was like, it's okay. When I saw that, I was like, oh my God. Why you have to sit in the front, by the way?
That's what.
I mean, you have so much
all the money.
Sit in the second row, man.
Nah, they want to be on Front Street, man.
I know.
Me and you, we just got to sweep over there. We can't. Those are $250,000 seats.
It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just to continue what I was saying, when I got fired, that's when I was like, you know what, I got talent, I got gift from God, so let me use that.
Right.
And then open up my own business. Since then, that's what I've been doing.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you definitely have talent.
Thank you, sir.
You've created murals all over New York City. Which piece? This is the question I wanted to ask. Which piece is the most meaningful to you personally, and why? Is it the first piece you ever did? So for the audience, so let me just tell you. So he does murals for like fallen heroes, people that's getting killed in the line of duty. Just very tragic incidents, and he's doing these murals to uplift the spirits of the family. So you've done so many. Which one stands out the most?
The one that stands out the most is when the cops killed George Floyd. That one was one of the biggest things because, I've been doing murals for NYPD over 25 years.
Right.
NYPD, firefighter, FDNY. Without those, we don't have a community. So you need the community, NYPD. I was like, be in the middle, create the bridge between those two.
Right.
So when cops killed George Floyd, it was a big thing. And they was trying to paint all cops are bad. Mm-hmm. It was like crazy. And then I was like, oh my God, I've been doing 40 officers. Now, we know we do have bad apples.
Of course.
But not all cops are bad.
Right.
All right? And I do have a lot of cop friends. I was like, damn, I got to do something.
Right.
I was in the middle where I was like, Kenny, now how the other department, other people are going to see it. So I have to find a way to fade what's going on. It was a big case. You know about George Floyd.
Yeah.
So what I did, I was like, damn, what the cop did was wrong. And you was on top of it too. I was watching you. You don't play that. Yeah. And that's the reason why people think you don't like cops, but you like to keep it right, not real.
That's it. And it's funny you say,
and you
how wouldn't I like cops when I was a cop for some? My daughter's a cop. My nephew's a cop. Like, I don't understand, but.
So, Inspector, what I did, I was like, okay, now I got to do something. I got to do something where I don't only pay tribute to George Floyd, but to actually bridge the gap and show, showing the community that, not all cops are bad. So what I did, I asked this, I get a mural, and what I did, I reached out to 69 precinct. call all the elected officials, kids, community leaders, and then what I'm painting, I get everybody involved doing the mural for George Floyd because it was wrong what the guy did.
Right.
So at the same token, we create some kind of, even cops are painting George Floyd. Community leaders are painting George Floyd.
Wow.
Elected officials, everybody get involved. So I create some kind of, it's like a platform for everybody to jump in and then to create peace. Because the reason why I did that, you know, I'm a Canarsie resident. There was a lot of rioting going on. You know, people coming, breaking people's business and all that. And that wave was coming to Canarsie.
Right.
And I was like, damn, I have property over there. My kids live there. And I'm a resident. As an artist, I have to give back. So I quickly create a mural for George Floyd. Get everybody's involved. Now I get the news involved. Now they see cops painting George Floyd.
Right.
They was like, hey, hold a minute.
Yeah.
Not all cops are bad.
Right.
So
right.
now it create a movement now. And that's when I made it all over the news. And then it was a movement. And then the wave went down. There's cops painting, kids painting. It's like there's like a union going on. And then I think this one was one of the most, you know, significant piece of my murals.
I love it.
Yeah,
I
this one
love
was
it. A great one.
Yeah.
Your artwork often tells the stories of people who can no longer tell their own. What responsibility do you feel when you're painting someone's legacy?
All right, that's a good question. I remember I was painting Peter Fagaski.
Pete Fagaski, 7-5 Precinct, East New York, went to a domestic call or even emotionally disturbed mental health call one night early in the morning on the midnight, and he ended up being murdered. Pete Fagaski, I was a captain in the 7-5 Precinct.
Wow.
And I'll never forget, he was one of the nicest cops. So I would come in the morning, he'd be coming off to midnight, and he was such a nice, pleasant man. That really hurt. Well, you know, every cop murder hurt, but to personally know, you know, I didn't know him intimately, but he would always see me and say, hey, boss, good morning.
Good morning, all
But
that.
he was really nice, so.
Yeah, that one, this guy was, I don't know if you know Richard Green.
Richard Green?
From Youth Collective.
Of course I know Richard Green. That's my guy.
He was the one that hired me to do the mural on Bedford Avenue in Empire, where you see all the cops on top.
All the cops,
that was me doing it. I've been doing it for a long time. And I was doing Peter Fagaski up there, and the sad moment.
Oh, you put Fagaski up there?
Up there, yeah.
On Bedford and Empire?
Bedford Empire.
Okay.
Well, I was doing a portrait, and I saw white Mercedes-Benz park in front of the scaffold because it was like very tall. And I looked down there, and there's a white lady who was crying. And then she was paying attention to me. I was like, what's going on? Why this lady is crying?
Right.
So I was like, okay, Kenny, something going on. That lady, you need to know what's going on.
Right.
And she get out the car, and she looking at me, and she was crying. When I got down and I was like, hi, how are you? Everything okay? She said, you don't know what you're doing. You're painting my son. Since then, I was like,
wow.
It's like you feel like there's a, she gave me a hug. I feel very emotional. I was like, oh my God. And then the lady like gave me a hug, gave me a number.
Yeah.
And it was something moving. I feel like I'm doing something different now.
You are.
I'm doing something different. She was like, she feel like her son died, but it's still alive.
He's still living.
It's still living.
You got him living up there.
And then it's funny, Inspector. The moment she left, I went back up there with, you know, energy. It was like, wow, now I'm going to do it this like in the next level. And this guy passing by, yo, what the fuck? Why you bringing a fucking white guy over there? Why don't you draw a black guy? See it was so funny.
Yeah.
Where the guy don't understand what's going on.
Right.
The mother, it's too different.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, why don't you put a fucking black guy out there? You fucking this fuck. The guy was cursing me out.
Yeah.
I look at him, I be like, yo, listen, man. You just don't know what you just said because this guy was out there to serve and protect us. Exactly. And I was like, if anything happened to you, number one thing you're going to do, you're going to call 911.
That's right.
And then he shot his mouth.
That's the way you shut somebody up. That
shot
hate
his
the
mouth.
police.
And since then, I've realized that I was doing something very valuable for the community, and I keep doing it. And I always seeing you, man. Whenever you never miss no funeral.
Nope.
always there.
Always.
And you always see me. You even offered me a ride one day.
Yeah. I don't miss no funerals or cops. I try to make them more. Because
FDNY, firefighter, you're always there.
It could be me.
Yeah, you're always there.
It could be my daughter or my nephew. You've honored figures ranging from fallen police officers, Chadwick Boseman, Pop Smoke. The Pop Smoke one is crazy. Yes. I love it.
Yeah, there's
George
a big
Floyd.
story behind that.
How do you decide whose stories deserve to be memorialized through your art?
It's funny.
Because you could like paint every day.
Every day. So this is how I do murals. Like, I always inspire on the moment, on the news. Let's say a cop's got shot.
Right.
It become top story, and I was like, Kenny, you've been doing this. Mm-hmm. You cannot. You got to do something. So I was like, when I'm doing it, I do it in two different ways. Mm-hmm. Not just to give back to the community, and also to bridge the gap between community and cops, and then give back to the officer's family. Now, the other question it's Pop Smoke. When I was doing Pop Smoke, that one was something crazy. Yeah. Because I remember I was doing Joy Floyd, and then when I was doing Joy Floyd, it was the top of the moment, and then Pop Smoke's friends pull up. Hey, big artist, can you do Pop Smoke? I didn't know it was Pop Smoke. I was like, I didn't know it was Pop Smoke. When I found out, I heard he was a gang member. I was like, oh, shit. Now you asked me to put a gang member next to Joy Floyd? I was like, shit, how's that going to, match?
Right.
When I found out he got shot, I was like, now it's gun violence.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, now let me flick the token as an artist.
Yes.
So what I did similar thing with Joy Floyd. Mm-hmm. Call the cops, call kids from the community, elected official, people from the community.
Right.
Come enjoy and paint Pop Smoke.
Wow.
So I didn't put myself out there doing this. Yeah. I create a movement.
Okay.
When I was doing it, I was like, shit, I'm looking around, I want to get shot.
Yes.
I was like, shit, I want to get shot.
You don't want the ops. You don't want the ops coming through.
And I was like, this Crip and Blood,
right.
It was a part of Crip.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I got to do something. So I was like, you know what? Let me create something. I always have a great relationship with NYPD.
Yeah.
So I call 69%, let them know I'm doing this.
Right.
They pull up cars for me.
Yeah.
And they bring cops over. And I get kids, community leaders. I create a movement. I put people in the front. Yeah. And then after that, I do a big press conference to stop the gun violence.
That's it.
So
now that's ingenious.
That was the message.
That's crazy. I like that idea.
Yep.
So since 2006, you've gifted portraits and murals to families of fallen, heroes. Mm-hmm. Can you share a moment with one of those families that stayed with you forever? So let me just be clear on this. The families don't know that you're going to present this to them the day of the funeral.
No.
You presented the day of the funeral, right? Because I'm there. I forgot what funeral. We've been in so many funerals, and you're walking in with it. And I know it must be very emotional because, so if you don't know, Kenny Altidor is here on Corey's Corner. He's not only a mural artist, but when he paints the picture, it looks exactly like the person. Sort of like this picture right here. This mural of me that he did. You see this? You see this mural right here?
And I'm going to tell you why I did it.
He did this mural.
I'm going to tell you what I did.
Exactly like me.
I'm going to tell you why I did that mural.
Portrait.
I remember I came to your command, 67%, and I saw you didn't have no clothes on. You was plain clothes. And you gave me a great hospitality. I would never forget this. And when I went to the detective SWAT, Sir Gito and all these people were there, there was I'm going to go ahead and introduce you to the inspector.
Right.
And then there was okay, when they go down, they said, you were the inspector. I was like, what the hell? This guy gave me platinum service already. And the way you did it, you didn't show that you was the commander.
Right.
You you make it very regular, platinum service, customer service. Yeah. You make me feel comfortable. And then not only that, you are a people person, man. You make me feel great. I was like, I gotta give back to this guy because somebody like that deserve, a gift from me, though. I gotta share my gift with you. I appreciated
it so much. You surprised me with that mural.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. But the portrait, not the mural, the producer screaming at me, portrait, the portrait. Okay. So let's get back to, can you remember a moment or share a moment with one of the families that stayed with you forever? And you've had a lot of emotions.
I have a lot of emotions, a lot of them. I could tell you 3 of them. One was Peter Fugaski. Second one, it was those 2 guys who got shot.
In Washington Heights.
Yeah, you know, right? The 2 guys who got shot. When I present the portrait to the family, she passed out.
Wow.
She was crying. She got shot, and then she passed out. I have to cover the painting back.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the third one where I went over 100% and collect 100 signatures. Not 100%, collect 100 signatures from different precincts. I went to one police plaza.
Yeah.
I went all the precincts.
And you have them sign the back
of the painting
portrait.
and then donate it to the family.
Yes.
That was one of the things that I did, and I stay in contact with a few, family members and wife.
That was Lou and Ramos.
Yeah.
Lou and Ramos. See, y'all thought I didn't remember the names of the cops that got murdered.
Yeah.
Lou and Ramos.
Yeah.
Yes.
And those things, Inspector, man, when you do those things, you feel like you're doing something positive. And then by giving back, because without people, a lot of people don't like cops, but
they fake not like cops. They don't listen to these people. They fake.
I love that.
I'm telling you, because you just said as soon as if somebody robbed them, the first thing they call is 911. So because if I ain't messing with you, I ain't messing with you.
I know.
I ain't calling the cops.
I know.
If I don't like the cops, I ain't calling them. So they be fake hating the cops.
It's a fact. And without either one, we don't have a community. So if anything happened, they call 911, cop pull up, firefighter pull up, FDNY pull up. So, those guys are out there, serve the community and give back. So it's a good thing, though, to share my talent with them.
He is making a difference and leaving an impression one stroke at a time. In this month's Bravo Brooklyn, News 12 Brooklyn reporter Katie Lusso introduces us to Kenny Altidor.
With each stroke of his paintbrush, the bigger picture gets clearer.
It's not a mural, it's not a painting. There's a story behind it.
This particular story, fallen NYPD officer Miasota's Familia. The mural unveiled at a special ceremony earlier this month outside the 46th precinct where she worked in the Bronx. But the man behind the paintbrush is Kenny Altidor.
I've been doing art since I was 10.
It was back in Haiti where he was first inspired.
And I will never forget. His name is Serge Toussaint. I stopped behind him for a while he was doing the painting. He was like, "What are you doing behind me? Go do your homework. Go home. What are you doing?" I tell him I already did my homework. And then he was like, "Okay, you like drawing?" I tell him, "Yes, I love drawing." Since then, he take me under his wing and then teach me how to draw.
Creating art here on the streets of Brooklyn became his passion. After being laid off from Bloomberg, it became his career as well.
Do murals, do portrait, and use my talent to make a living.
In 2006, he took on a new venture, painting fallen heroes for their families and communities as a gift.
It's not just like, this is just a painting. No, there's a story behind it. I want people to see that those guys, they are a hero.
Among the first NYPD officers, Jeff Herman and Russell Timoshenko, over the years painting dozens more, always asking those who knew them to join in.
I give them some kind of opportunity to express themselves.
While his efforts aren't always met with a positive reaction.
People driving by and honking, "Yo, why you joining a white guy out there? Why don't you put a black guy out there?"
But that reaction has only caused him to work harder in building what he calls a bridge.
So in a time when relationships with law enforcement and communities can be strained, you've used art as a bridge. How did the mission begin? What's your first portrait that you handed to a family?
First portrait I did it was Jeff Herman.
Officer Herman that got murdered.
Murdered. That was way back.
And what made you think to do it?
Well, honestly speaking, it was like Richard Green. I gotta give him credit.
Oh, Richie. Shout out, big brother Richard Green.
So,
love you, Mr. Green.
That's it. He called me and said, "Kenny, we gotta do something." And he used to teach at Prospect High High School. Mm-hmm. And I told him I know how to draw. And the first thing he gave me to do a portrait of Jeff Herman.
Wow.
All on top of the building.
Wow.
So that was one of the things I did, and that's pretty much it. Yeah.
What have you learned from working side by side with young people, community groups, and police officers on neighborhood projects?
Community advocacy is a good thing where you get people involved, get people interact with each other, understand each other. So the reason why there's a miscommunication is because we're not communicating with each other. Same thing with family, same thing with friends. So communication is key.
So you bring them all together.
All together.
Everybody's in harmony. Everybody has the ultimate goal of making sure this mural is done correctly. There's no issues. There's no problem. They get to talk to one another. Get to
interact.
know cops. Get to know the community.
And to
community
find
get to know
out
the
there's
cops.
no issue between them.
Exactly. They fake. They've been fake hating.
I remember there was throwing water at the cops. That's one of the big thing I did too. There was throwing water at cops.
Yeah, I remember that. And I was like, damn, I wish I was a cop again.
I
Because
know.
they would have threw some water on me with my partner, Bob Mary. I promise you, we would have been on the news.
It's a fact.
Throw some water on
and
me.
I'm glad you said that, Inspector, because the reason why I
I
did
know
it.
these punk cops today.
And then, you know what I did? And people think we, try to, kiss people's, cops' ass. But we're not doing that.
Right,
we
right.
did it for the community. Because imagine the cops is not in a good mood and they throw water at that person. You're going to get shot.
I don't think
You're
it's
gonna
shot.
get, you're gonna get something. So what I did, instead of throwing water at the cops, so what I did a car wash in the community, get kids, elected official. Same thing with Joy Floyd. I use everything. Get everybody out there, watch cops' cars. We don't throw water at the cops now. We wash the car with it.
Oh, that's dope.
And then now they're still using that video at Police Academy.
Yeah.
It's a big thing.
Some people see murals as decorations. You see them as transformation.
Correct.
How can public art actually help make communities safer and stronger?
Number one, it's bring beautification. Second, gang members, they communicate to graphic and graffiti. Sometimes I cover those things, with positivity or even paint that. That kind of, changed the whole community. You know what I'm saying? A gang member might put something in there and then it become a chaos. People get shot in the neighborhood.
Right.
Innocent people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So by me doing artwork, it's like I'm kind of brings some kind of peace to the community by advocating, get people involved, doing some positive stuff. Beautiful mural. Not only doing the mural, but do it with a message.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
We don't just paint, but the art speaks for itself.
Right.
With a
man,
message.
I love all the stuff you're doing. This is great.
Thank you.
You ready for the Spitfire segment? You know about the Spitfire segment?
Hit it.
Yeah. Before we get into the heavier stuff, we're going to do the Spitfire segment.
Let's keep it right now, real.
Keep it right now real. Okay?
That's right.
10 quick questions. No overthinking. Whatever comes to your mind, spit it out. Ready?
Ready.
Haitian food or Brooklyn pizza?
Haitian food.
I already do that. One word that describes Brooklyn to you.
Brazilian.
Favorite mural you've ever created?
Joy Floyd.
Place you admire the most?
Kenny Altidor.
I knew you was going to say that. Give me another one.
Well, Serge Toussé, my art mentor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Biggest lesson your parents taught you?
Be kind to people, always give it back.
If you weren't an artist, what would you be?
A martial artist, and I'm a first-degree black belt in full contact.
Man, another martial artist I got on this set. Yo, I ain't know all your people out here kicking ass.
I know. So I've been doing judos and full contact.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a black belt first degree in full contact.
I love it.
It's crazy.
Okay, that's why you have that nice personality, because y'all are taught not to bring the fire to nobody. So you
That's
gotta
right.
be nice.
Yeah.
But if they mess with, they
It's
start
all right.
something.
It's all right. They're gonna be something.
One person, living or deceased, you would love to paint right now.
Oh, I think myself.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, because I haven't picked a portrait of myself.
I was gonna say, like,
That's
you didn't
crazy.
even do you.
I know.
I'll do you. Coming soon on Corey's Corner live. I'm doing it live.
That's it. That's it.
Favorite neighborhood in Brooklyn?
Canarsie.
What's harder, politics or painting?
Politics.
Finish this sentence. Art has the power to...
Change the world.
Thank you for participating in the Spitfire round. Corey's Corner is powered by Story to Tell Productions. If you're serious about starting a podcast or taking your production to the next level, this is the team you need. Reach out to Story to Tell Productions and get it done the right way. Before we move forward, let me take you somewhere for a second. Everything we talk about on this show, power, accountability, loyalty, redemption, it's not just a conversation for me. I've lived it, I earned it, I survived it. I've seen both sides of the system. I walked the street, I've worn the badge. I've carried the weight of decision that changed people's lives. That's why I wrote Once a Cop. It's not just a book. It's the raw, unfiltered truth about the journey from the corners of the streets in Queens, New York, to the high-glass hallways of One Police Plaza, which is NYPD headquarters. The pressure, the politics, the purpose, and the cost. And the documentary, A Cops and Robbers Story, pulls the curtain back even further. No headlines, no sound bites. Just a human story behind the uniform. Because behind every badge is a man, behind every rank is a story, and behind every story is a choice. Now a word from our sponsors.
This is not your average vodka. This is Vodkila, a decade of cultured excellence. The best of both worlds, the true taste of victory. A delicious dyad spirit, the world's finest blend of vodka and tequila. Vodkila, the perfect blend. From rooftop parties to quiet moments with friends, Vodkila brings the flavor, the fire, and the unforgettable. So pour it, share it, live it. Vodkila. Visit vodkila.net and order yours today.
Kenny Altidor.
Yes, sir.
You made history as the first Haitian-American ambassador at Brooklyn Borough Hall. What did that role teach you about leadership and serving people?
Well, to be honest with you, it was a great thing under my belt. I kind of, shaped my personality, shaped my leadership, and also I learned.
You was appointed there by former Brooklyn Borough President and former New York City Mayor Eric Adams.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
Okay.
And that position was granted to me because I earned it. I think I was more than an ambassador in my community.
Yes.
Because the work that I've been doing, I helped a lot of elected officials in my community a lot of people get elected to become elected officials, and I had a community behind my back, and I have the Haitian community on my hand, the clergies, the media. I had all these people. Not only the Haitian media, and I have the American media on my hand. So I was the guy for the job.
Right.
But I think the guy used me for his own purpose, and later on I explained to it.
Yes. You also stepped into the political arena as a New York City Council candidate. What motivated you to run, and what did that experience teach you about the realities of politics?
Good question. You always shoot me with some great questions. I had to help a lot of people get elected in my community. Like you name it. From de Blasio, Eric Adams, Jamal Williams, all the Haitian elected officials. I help everybody.
Right.
So while helping everybody, and I was like, okay, I've been helping these people. Some of them, you help them to change the community. And for some reason, I don't see it. And what I was fighting for them to get elected, when they get elected,
Right.
is the opposite. And not only that, while you was helping them, they drop you. And I figured, why I give it a shot? Because you help people get elected, you advocate for something, it's not happening. I don't want to take the wheel. So that's one of the reasons why I run. But by running, it's a great experience too. You know who's with you. It was a great experience. I wish everybody could start, give it a shot to run. Because the reason why I run, because my community was, where I was living, I didn't like the way it was. Right. I remember the 46th district used to be, it's to live there, it's like Long Island. Canarsie,
right.
Mid-Basin. It's like Long Island. It was a lot of white people there.
Right.
So the community changed, and there's a lot of shootings. Quality of life was like, was not right. I was like, hey, Kenny, you've been doing a lot of changing, advocate for the community. Why not give it a shot?
Right. So as someone who has worked in art, community advocacy, and public service, where do you think Brooklyn is both thriving and where do you think Brooklyn is failing right now?
It's failing due to the fact that the elected officials, when they're running, they tell you they're going to do this, they're going to do that. When they get to power, it's the whole opposite.
Yeah, they always flip the script.
Why is that, though? I don't know if it's...
Because they don't keep it right now real. That's the question you got to ask every politician.
They don't keep it right. They got to keep it real now. They don't keep it real. Keep it right. I think that's the reason why.
So,
yeah,
politics is pretty much about loyalty. We both know that, right?
Yes.
So, when Eric Adams was borough president and later running for mayor, You use your influence and connections all around the Haitian community, took him all over the Haitian community, to churches, everywhere. After he became mayor, I know you're a long time.
We know it for a long time, yeah.
I just knew that you was going to be a part of his administration, like the Haitian advocate. And after he became mayor, do you feel that support was remembered, or do you feel forgotten by someone you helped champion?
It was forgotten, and what I was hoping for him, even though he didn't do nothing for me, it was forgotten. But I was hoping for him as a black mayor to do more.
Yeah.
To get,
we always hoping for him
to do more, but instead of that, he went the opposite way.
Yeah.
And then not only that, he left all his people behind, people who was with him.
Corey's Corner.
I've been in probably 4 of your events, advocate for him.
But
and
you
then
know what, Kenny?
It's crazy.
I threw about 6 fundraisers for him, but I didn't throw the fundraisers for a position. But it wasn't about that. It's like it's a sense of loyalty.
Too. It's a fact.
Time
Funny
for that
story.
job.
People, when they get in power, they forget who helped them, and that's bad. That's bad. People that help
like
you
said, we wanted to see him succeed.
Yeah.
Even
as a black.
Yeah, probably the first year and 18 months, I was just rooting for him. Even he was doing all this crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm telling people, yo, calm down.
Calm down.
Yo, but it just
I don't know if
just
it's
got worse and worse.
I don't know if it's a politic thing, but one thing he need to learn is never forget people that strive for you and create enemies. You know, when you support somebody, people that run against that person, you become enemy with that person automatically.
Right.
They don't like you. Let's say you support every guy and somebody.
Yeah, people start hating you.
Yeah, start hating you. Like, so it's a dirty game. And
So let me ask you, what did that experience teach you about politics, power, and the difference between friendship and political alliances?
well,
Because man, you was taking that guy all over the Haitian community.
And I remember I told you this guy, not only that, I think now I realize why he gave me that position. It was using me for that position.
Yeah, of course.
I'm going to say he was using me.
You was
now,
Mr. Haiti.
Yeah, I was the guy taking him, every Sunday to 2 different churches. And then he turned his back on me.
Took him my man Reverend Nichols.
Everywhere. I took him everywhere. In the Haitian community, all the news media, all the big outlets. Now you become the mayor, you turn your back on me. I mean, that's no good. You don't lift your people behind, no matter what.
Karma is a mother.
And you don't do that. But and I don't know if it's a policy thing, but this has to do with character and people as well. Yeah, this teach me that right now. Those things kind of, when those things happen, now next time somebody coming.
Right.
So you learn and you know how to deal with certain people.
Right.
For instance, you was doing this, and that for any candidate that come now, they're gonna deal with a different.
That's right.
Different Goldberg.
You're damn right.
100%. They have to sign up. Put some blood on. They have to sign themselves. It's a fact. It's a fact.
20 years from now, when people look back on the name Kenny Altidor, what do you hope they'll say your greatest contribution to Brooklyn was?
Kenny Altidor was a professional artist, but he changed the community by bridging the gap between law enforcement and community. Because we know there's been a lot of shooting. There's been a lot of
You definitely been instrumental in bridging the gap between the community and police through art.
Through art.
But you know that you're the only one.
Only one doing this.
I don't know what's going on around America, but I know what's going on in New York City. There's no other artist has a relationship with the police department like you. I know you but I'm the host, but I have to let people know. I remember being at funerals and watching you walking down the block with the portrait
on my hand,
and how cops are clapping, saluting you.
Yeah.
You're walking into the church to do the presentation, or it's maybe like right after the funeral, but you're going into the church. And I could remember standing there. We were somewhere in Long Island at the funeral.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, look at Kenny.
Kenny is doing this thing.
This is crazy.
Yeah, it's a.
But I was watching more of the reaction to the cops. You know, cops are crying.
Yeah.
You know, if you ever been to a
It's
cop
sad.
funeral,
It's very sad. It's sad.
It's one of the saddest things
Moment. Yeah,
that
saddest
you could
moment.
ever be at. And you was bringing all this, people clapping, and
You know what's funny it is?
it's crazy.
And when the cops die, and I did a mural of them,
Mm-hmm.
you know, usually when you go into the funeral, to go in front of the church is not easy.
No, it's not.
It's not. You got to have certain
You got
credentials.
the mayor, you got the governor,
You gotta
all kind
have
of
you gotta
people
have
there.
certain credential.
Yes.
You know what? When they stop me, the portrait is like a
That's your credential.
credential.
Yes.
I walk anywhere. I pass all those
Barriers.
You
Yes.
know the deal. You have
Of
you have to
course.
be an inspector to go certain thing.
Right.
You know, but I pass all those barriers and then go to the church.
Yes.
It's crazy. And then when I put the portrait there, and then one thing about it, it's not about me.
Right.
So when I did the portrait, it's about the fallen hero. Mm-hmm. I always present the artwork, leave it in front of the church, and then walk away.
Right.
And my friend be calling me, yo, you gotta stay in front of it. I see your news. I was like, no, it's not about me, man. It's okay.
Right.
So I always put the mirror, unveil it.
Yes.
And then they always have all the media.
Yeah. Listen, man, it's
Yeah.
such a honorable thing that you do. No one else is doing it.
Thank you.
Can't even have a copycat. You can't come behind him unless he dies. Then you can come. But he has that on lock.
Yeah.
And
It's
every
a calling.
police commissioner
It's a calling.
that in the last since 2006, like you're reverend in the police world, and nobody asks for these murals. Like we have to understand the portraits. So I want you to understand, they're not hiring him to do these. Someone
I didn't
gets killed.
get compensated for nothing.
You get killed in the line of duty. He takes it upon himself to make sure he has a nice portrait for the family. Now, Kenny, if there's a young immigrant artist or aspiring community leader watching this interview right now, today, what advice would you give them about turning that passion into purpose and making a lasting impact on their community?
Always focus on yourself and your talent, and always give back, and always don't stop. Keep moving, be inspired, and focus in learning. And don't worry about your language, barriers. When I came here, I didn't know how to say "I am." Now I could speak with my inspector. I don't keep it real. I keep it right. You understand? And I speak 3 languages. Can you understand this? So that means you could become whoever you want to become.
I love it. There's no way I could end this interview without talking about your yearly birthday bash. You have like the biggest birthday bash of anybody that I know, and you've been having these birthday bashes forever, and they last for like 5 hours, 5-6 hours.
Yeah.
You're having these birthday Listen, anybody looking to have a birthday bash, reach out to Corey's Corner on Corey's Corner at gmail.com.
Blow.
And we're going to have Kenny promote it. I mean,
It's a
your
fact.
birthday
It's a
bash
fact.
is a big, man.
So when somebody dies, it's a big thing. When somebody, each time it's your birthday, you always have to celebrate it because, wake up in the morning and you're breathing. That's a blessing. So when your birthday comes, you better enjoy it, have fun. And that's the reason you're always there on my birthday. Salute to you.
I love it.
But thank you, though. But it's a great thing. You got to celebrate your birthday. It's a beautiful thing, and enjoy it to the fullest.
Recently, I just saw all over social media, you presented world-renowned rapper Busta Rhymes from East Flatbush, Brooklyn, a portrait at his old school that he went to. How did that come about?
It was a calling from Assemblywoman Monique Waterman.
Shout out, Monique. You scared to come on the show?
No.
I think you scared to come on the show.
Better come, Assemblywoman. So she called me and she was like, hey, listen, we having Busta Rhymes come in and we'd like to give him a gift. And she was like, okay, we have a picture, but we don't know what to do with it. So what I did when she sent me a regular picture, so I create some kind of an environment, a movement. So what I did, I pull him on the top and I create different ethnic background kids in the bottom. And then looking at this guy who went to that school, who become a top celebrity rapper. So what I did next, I call all the kids from the school to be a part of the project. And all the kids was involved painting
Wow.
a piece of part of Busta Rhymes.
Yeah. Wow.
And all the kids from the school put the brush, paint, everybody was involved. Even the principals involved. Assemblywoman Monique Waterman was involved. Everybody was painting. At the end of the day, you know, Kenny got to put his piece onto it. I got to do all the touch, magic touch.
Right, right.
And when I presented to Busta Rhymes, and it's funny, art could make people cry.
Yeah, man.
And that guy was crying.
He was crying.
That guy was crying.
You made one of the biggest, supposed to be the toughest rappers in history. Busta Rhymes cried.
He was crying, and then
Yes.
I had to hold him like a baby, and he was, I was like, yo, Busta.
I saw that.
I was like, yo, it's okay, man. Because we explained to him how the whole thing come out.
Right.
And then he was
It
like,
touched his heart.
It touched his heart, man.
Touched
All
his
those
heart.
kids was involved in this.
Yeah.
And then now when I unveiled it, he was shocked, and then he was crying, hugging me.
Yeah.
And it's funny, man. I just did the portrait. I don't want nothing from him.
Right.
It's I don't know. It's a quality. Usually when we do stuff,
Yeah.
people always expecting certain things. So I just did it, and then I was like, okay, you crying. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
At least you will always remember me.
Always. Yeah.
The art will speak for itself.
Of course.
And
man,
the guy, and
I
you have
just
the
love it.
greatest superstar crying in your arm,
Yeah.
like a little baby. That was a big thing for me.
I
Yeah,
love it.
that was a big thing for me. Yep.
From your journey as a young Haitian immigrant from Haiti to becoming one of Brooklyn's most recognizable artists and community advocates, you've shown that art can do more than beautify a neighborhood. It can heal, inspire,
Connect.
honor, and bring people together.
Get up. Yep.
Thank you for joining us on Corey's Corner. Your work honoring fallen heroes, uplifting communities, and creating bridges between people who may not always see eye to eye. It's a power example of service in action. And I just want to personally say that I appreciate your friendship from many
Same here.
years.
It's an honor, man.
You are, I can say, in my 21-year career in 3 months, you definitely got to be one of the top 3 people that I met in policing,
Yeah.
as far as you being genuine,
Yes.
where your heart is, and as this interview we laid out all the stuff that you do, because you're just like an honorable person. And,
Well-
and shout out to your son and your daughter.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
love you.
want
They
them
love
to
you.
see this
They love
without me shouting them out. Yeah, man, Kenny.
It's an honor,
I love
man.
you, my
Inspector, you know I
brother,
love you too. It's an
forever.
honor. First time I met you, man, usually when you met a top inspector from the NYPD, they always have certain things. But when I met with you, man, it was natural. It was a connection. It was like you were a people person.
Because I kept it
and,
right
and
now.
you keep
real.
it. You don't keep it real. You keep it right.
Thanks for coming on,
thank
man.
you, Mr. Inspector.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, definitely.
For our listeners, if you found value in today's episode, make sure you subscribe, follow, and support. This has been another episode of Corey's Corner. Until the next time, keep pushing, keep grinding, and always remember, it's not about where you start, it's always about where you finish. I'm Corey Pegues, and I always keep it right, not real.
Not real.
Peace.
Once a cop, let it knock, yeah. I, for one thing, we should celebrate redemption instead of condemning it. Corey Pegues, what up? Talking truth, bruh. Check it out. Once a cop.